want to welcome you back to the Sportcology Institute training series, and what do you watch for when you watch the Olympics? Today in this series on watching the Olympic Games, I want us to focus on how we watch and what it affects in us and our performance in life. During this Olympic Games, there are veteran athletes and rookies, and those that are in their second Olympic Games or even third. Today, I want to challenge you to watch and pay attention to the difference in the responses made by these 3 or 4 levels of athletes. One in particular I have been watching and noticing is the maturity of their growth in swimmer Brent Hayden from Canada. Brent has been a guest on my radio show, and this is his 4th Olympic Games. He has kept his commitment to his training and maintained his swimming technique and improved upon it while being a stabilizing force and example to Team Canada while swimming as great as ever. I'm Jungle Jim Hunter, and you're listening to 831 Living Your Best Life podcast, where we inspire participation, communicate precision, and empower performers to podium. And we hope that you will go to your favorite podcast provider and tell others about it, and go to junglejimhunter.com or YouTube and click on subscribe, download, like, rate, and review us, and become an 831er. Who are the 831ers? 831 people helped me go from Saskatchewan to the Olympic Games as an alpine skier. I know it sounds crazy, but they made a contribution that I just couldn't have done without. And they've made a difference in my life, and I want to help them and you, the listener, make a difference in other people's life. So remember, it's day 13 of the Olympic Games, and there's 19 days to the 16th Paralympic Games, and I hope you are continuing to watch and will watch the Paralympic Games as well and support our teams and our country. Well, Brent's family is an active family, and his parents required each of their children to live a healthy lifestyle. Brent said it wasn't that my parents acted as if we had to become Olympians, but rather they established a healthy, active lifestyle so they would live a healthy life as they grew into adulthood. When I asked him when his Olympic flame was lit, it wasn't until he was about 12 years of age. His parents required him to be active in the summer months and be a part of a team. At 8 years of age, he was signed up for baseball, but shortly after the season began, the coach came to his parents and said, maybe baseball is not his thing. Brent said on the show that he was not interested in playing sports. The next year, they signed him up for soccer. I apologize to Brent if I have these in the wrong order, but I think you will get the point. Same thing happened. He's now 9, and he was more interested in other things. Again, the coach said maybe he should do something else. The next year, his parents signed him up for baseball, and the process repeated. The next year, they put him in lacrosse, thinking tougher sport might inspire the warrior in him. The process repeated. The next summer came, and they were not sure what to do until his mother noticed an ad in the local paper for a Learn to Swim program that ran all summer and included lunch. This meant he would be at the pool most of the day. Brent thought it would be fun, but you get to hang out at the pool, so I guess I can do it. He was slightly more interested until the coach said that at the end of the summer they would have to do one thing. To graduate from his program, they had to swim 400 meters in a timed race. That didn't sound like a lot of fun. Well, he learned the strokes, he learned to swim, and worked at building endurance for the big swim. And he was the last swimmer in the pool, and they had already started the awards at the end of the pool while he was still trying to finish up his last of his 16 lengths. When he finished, he threw his arms up on the edge and was breathing heavily, and the fastest kid in the program, who had already got a medal around his neck, shaped an L on his forehead and said, "Loser!" The flame was lit. It wasn't that Brent thought he could become an Olympic medalist. It was just this thought that said, I want to see if I can learn how to swim well enough to beat someone that would do that to him. It started, and the goal became clear that maybe someday he could be the swim club leader in that program. It grew inside him until he ended up being champion at all the levels leading up to the Games, and finally in 2012, he won a bronze medal at the 30th Olympic Games in London. You watch the Games with your kids, and like Brent's mother, if you can sign them up for a program, they may discover something that ignites a flame within them. I watch carefully the body language and facial expressions of rookies and second-timers and veterans of the Games, and there is so much to learn about becoming a mature champion. Others, like Penny Oleksiak, demonstrate a depth of stability that can be so beneficial for you as a coach or a parent to recognize these qualities in the kids you are developing. Words reveal the condition of the heart, so watch. Emotional outbursts are normal, and yet we can learn to be balanced and still feel deep feelings when we see the highest level of competition in the athletes. They know they could have done better, and for whatever reason, it didn't go the way they hoped, planned, and expected. But they still see, as Brent has said recently after qualifying for the next level of competition, but this is the Olympics. I'm here. I'm at the Olympics. Brent has worked and has been committed to swimming and improving performance for 26 years, providing a stabilizing balance for the rookies and the second-time athletes. These are lessons for life that go further than sport. What a great opportunity to teach yourself and your children. Watch and notice if the athlete speaking is a newcomer, a second-timer, or a veteran, and notice the difference in how they speak and what they say. The veteran Olympians have so much to teach us. Watching the games gives you the opportunity to see what inspires you and interests you and the emotions it stirs in you. You can help yourself become a person who understands what emotionally stirs you. It also gives you a chance to observe emotional stirring in your children. This helps you understand your child better. Look for the words said and who said them. Look for the body language and does it line up with the words being said. Imagine what the speaker is feeling and how you feel in comparison. Notice their facial expressions and see what it matches up with in your thinking. I thank you for listening, and I hope you will have grown and will be living your best life the next time we meet. Dara Torres, a U.S. Olympic swimmer who swam in 5 Olympic Games. She won medals in each of the games she was in from 1984 to 2008, winning 12 Olympic medals, the last one as the oldest swimmer ever to win an Olympic medal, gives me our quote for the day. It is the best quote I've ever come across, showing a great attitude about being questioned about her performance. When asked after winning a silver medal at 41 years of age by a reporter that said, "You're old enough to be the mother of the competitors you just raced against. How is it that you think you can be this good at your age?" said the following: "The water doesn't know how old I am." Thanks for listening.